Yeah, well, the thing I like about it is like he had it on his chair, so his chair would read his body temperature and the temperature in the room, and then it would automatically then all that information was carried on his phone, and once he got in his car, it was automatically transferred to his car, so that way the car would know what temperature the air conditioning should be set to maintain that body temperature or a different body temperature. It's like insane, right? Huh? What was that?
I said it's way old.
Yes. So the idea, though, is which I think is interesting, is how do you reprogram the things in your life that maybe don't fit the way that you work with things, right? Like, for example, maybe in your car, you don't understand why this knob controls this when it would make more sense what this knob did. You could reprogram your car to do what you wanted it to do, not what it was already pre-made to do, or your computer, or your lights, or whatever. Actually, it doesn't really matter, whatever. You can actually, I went to the website, you can download that, I don't know what you want to call it, I don't remember what they call it, but that figure, right? That image, which is basically what your smartphone is reading of those lines. So you can download that, you can create your own stickers if you want for it, and then you can begin to reprogram stuff, but there's so many programs you have to download to make that a reality that I don't even know where to begin, to be honest with you. So somebody who's much smarter than I am can kind of figure this out, but it is reality. You can do this now. And I love the fact they put in there that none of that was, there's no effects added, it's all in real time, all that kind of stuff, which is really, really cool. So you can connect things that normally wouldn't be connected, like the temperature of your room that you're currently in, and your own body temperature, to the temperature of your car, those kinds of things. You could also, if you're somebody who's really worried about, did I put down the garage door, or did I turn off the lights, or even turn off the oven, I have a feeling eventually everything is going to become smart anyways. All of the appliances will. And eventually there'll be a point at which when you go to sit down at the chair at your desk, it'll automatically tell you whether or not you've done certain things, and then allow you to be able to turn off those different things once you are seated in that chair, So it's kind of wild, yeah. So this is what augmented reality is really meant for, is it's meant to enhance your life currently. Whether or not it does that is questionable, I guess, but there you go. So we're going to go from augmented reality to virtual reality. I got two videos to kind of explain what virtual reality is, what it looks like, and then I'm going to have you guys play around with it a little bit. I had these out today in my classroom, and I had a number of kids that were like, "What's that? I don't even understand what that is." And they couldn't. Okay, so here's the funny thing, right? So as tech savvy as they think they are, I had this thing all folded up like this, and they're like, "Well, what?" They knew it was a viewer of some kind, but they had no idea what it was. And so they didn't really even know how to put it together so it would work the way that they were. So first of all, I said, well, I want to see if you guys can actually put it together. None of them could do it. So they're working on essays, and they were finishing conclusions. And so I said, once your conclusion is done, you've submitted your essay, I'll let you play with it. So I have a bunch of apps on my phone that I'll let you guys play with in just a minute. And it was hilarious because there's two questions I always ask. One, do you get motion sick? And two, are you afraid of heights? And they're like, no. And they're like, I'm not afraid of heights. One of the apps that I have on there for you to try, it's called Walk the Line. And it's from the movie with Joseph Gordon-Levitt where he was the tightrope walker across the buildings. So I had one girl go, no, I love heights. I said, okay, great. So I put this on for her. And she looked down, and when she looked down, she actually leaned back, and she's like, oh my gosh. And it's amazing how immersive just this right here is. Okay, and this is the most simple form that you can get of virtual reality. I mean, you can get these amazing headsets too. But this is the most simple form. And so she's looking at it, and she's like, oh my gosh, I had no idea. And then there's some apps on there that are scary that I put on, and I put on the headphones or whatever, and it's just a doll, and lights go out, lights go in, and it's just super creepy. And she had it on her head for a minute. She's like, I can't do this, I can't do this. Oh. And so it's incredible how immersive these environments are, even though they're just right here. In fact, the people that make virtual reality apps, there's a certain threshold. So there's this phenomena where if your head moves, or you in reality you think you're moving, but your body's not actually moving, can cause motion sickness. And so there's a certain amount of there's a certain threshold at which, if you already have motion sickness problems, they suggest that you not do this. But you can get motion sick from watching, and not because there's so much motion going on, but only because your body's not moving, but you feel as if you are, because you see it in 360 degrees. And so it's kind of wild. So anyways, I want you guys to see some of these, and then I'll have you guys try it out, and we'll talk to different headsets you can purchase.